Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be on stage today in Kiev. So thanks a lot, Victoria, for organizing such a great event, and thanks a lot for inviting PayPal. So my name is Damien Perillat, and I'm in charge of Central Eastern Europe at PayPal. So Central Eastern Europe for us is any countries from the Baltics to the Balkans. So 20 countries where with PayPal, as a consumer, you can send money, and as a merchant, you can receive money. And today, I'm going to talk about what we see happening around mobile, and especially the way it changed the way you pay and you do commerce. But before going there, those are the guys who started PayPal 14 years ago. So the picture was taken in California. You can recognize a famous guy from Ukraine, Max Levkin, and you can recognize also in the back a guy from Poland, Luke Nosek. So those guys created PayPal. So if today the world has this payment platform connecting buyers and sellers, it's not because a bank decided one day to do a spin-off. It's because those guys in their 20s decided to change the way we pay and get paid. But at the same time, many things changed over the last decade, and just not the dress code. Big things that change is this. And by this is, those mobile or tablets, those devices that make us connected anytime and anywhere. So, anytime, sorry. So anytime, most likely you are going to wake up with your mobile phone. And the first thing that you are going to do in the morning is to check your emails or to update your Facebook status. But there are even more scary statistics. It's anywhere. Yeah, it's what we call T-commerce. The thing is, with those connected devices, basically our habits, our consumer behaviors change a lot, and sometimes we tend to forget that. And I'm not going to use any buzzword. I'm just going to give you some facts. The fact number one is we don't want to wait anymore. We became lazy internet users. So like this person on this vignette, surfing the internet on her sofa with her tablet. So we don't want to go to stores. We even don't want to sit in front of a desktop. Basically, we want to consume everything immediately. The second fact is there is information everywhere. And basically, if you go to a store, most likely you are going to end up being more knowledgeable about the product that you are trying to sell than the person that is trying to sell it to you, because you have been searching information before, comparing prices, etc., etc. And the last thing, it's social. We share on Facebook, on Vkontakte, on Twitter, LinkedIn. We follow the brands that we like. With Facebook, we are going to be even capable of saying, I want that, because they are going to introduce a new button. So a lot of changes on the consumer side, but also on the retailer side. And basically, the situation where you don't want to end up with is this one. You don't want, as a retailer, to end up being the showroom of someone selling the same product over the internet at a cheaper cost. And that's why you have so many articles about big retailers in the US, but in Europe, think, wow, I want to fight back against Amazon or those other retailers. Because the thing that you need to assume is that from now on, your users, your consumer, they have this thing, which is a shopping mall. And they have it 24 hours, 7 days a week. And this is changing a lot of things. And basically, the trend is not going to stop. Actually, the trend is going to accelerate. So perhaps you don't see very well this chart, but this chart is showing the number of smartphone tablets that are sold every year. And basically, last year, it was a turning point because more smartphones were sold in the world compared to the number of computers that have been sold. So the key question, if you are selling online or doing anything, any activities online is, are you ready? What are you doing about, those new users who are accessing your service from a mobile? At PayPal, what we see is 25% of our users already doing mobile payment transaction with us. And what we see, it's this. This is a study that has been released recently, which is an estimate of the total value of the mobile transaction market. And basically, they estimate that by 2015, more than $670 billion of transaction will be done over mobile. It's pretty big. It's 2 times bigger than the debt in Greece. So it's pretty big. And basically, this number includes everything. So mobile commerce, mobile payment, NFC, everything. So you can be skeptical about the number itself. Okay, right. But there is something on which you cannot really deny. It's the trend. And there is also what we are seeing at PayPal in our numbers. And this is how much we process at PayPal every year in mobile. So this year, we are going to process, as PayPal, more than $10 billion of payment volume. So $10 billion, it's pretty big. It's as big as the Russian e-commerce market. So if it's like any purchases that is done in Russia over the internet will be paid with this device. Pretty big. And basically, when I joined PayPal in 2008, we were just releasing our first mobile product, and we were doing less than $100 million. So the takeoff has been massive. But at the same time, mobile is also changing a bit the way we shop online. It's not only about a shift from e-commerce to mobile commerce, it's also about new verticals that are either enabled or boosted with mobile. And 2 good examples. The first one, digital goods, music, content, games, stuff that you were not buying before having a smartphone or tablet. And here the great thing about digital goods is you have local companies who became global players. Think about Spotify or Deezer, those companies giving you subscription service to listen music. Spotify in Sweden, Deezer from France. And basically those guys, they are selling globally because with digital goods, basically the world is your market. And in both cases, they accept payment with PayPal, which is pretty good. Another good example is clothes, and especially flash sales. So people like Oscar from Copy VIP, where basically, okay, you have this very big discount on these items, but basically the sale is just going to be open between 9 in the morning to noon. And here you want to be reactive because most likely you are going to get a notification on your phone and basically you want to close the sale rapidly. Here mobile is key because you are not going to wait to be back home to make your payment, to go somewhere to top up a wallet with cash or go to your bank. You need to be fast to react. But also mobile is creating new challenges, usability and convenience and security. Usability, mobile is not about taking a website and trying to fit it on a mobile screen. This is not the way it works. It's about recreating an experience that needs to be simpler, and simpler doesn't mean simple. And also security, because most likely you are going to use your mobile on the go to make transactions in public spaces and you don't want to start sharing personal information. You are not going to take your card with you to type numbers in public transportation or in a cafe, so you are not going to do that. So a lot of changes happening. And the way we tackle that as PayPal is since 2010, we released a flow that is just for mobile payment. And this flow comes by default for the merchant who accept payment with PayPal. So you're a merchant, you take PayPal. If your customer is accessing your site from a tablet or smartphone, your customer will be redirected to a flow that is enabled for mobile with a very simple and nice user experience. And our philosophy around mobile payment is really straightforward. It's about security, simplicity, and innovation. Innovation because I guess PayPal has been one of the first companies to release a mobile version of a checkout flow back 3 years ago. We were the first one on the market. Simple also because it's come by default. If you are consumers, in order to buy your stuff, it's just going to be 2 clicks. I log in, I confirm my payment, and I'm done. And if you're a merchant, that means more conversion, a sales uplift. And security, because like always, there is no information shared with the merchant. So the merchant doesn't know your bank details information. The merchant doesn't know your card information. Everything is stored securely on your PayPal wallet. And more importantly, there is no information stored on your phone or on your SIM card. And this is a result that we see. So this is a study that we made with this US retailer. I'm taking this example because it's an official study, like that the numbers are public. But basically, this is a kind of result that we see in almost all the merchants that are taking PayPal for mobile payment is, one, more conversion, because you have something that is very optimized, but also more users. Because if your site is not mobile ready, if you don't have a solution for payment that is fitting your flow, you are not going to be able to sell. Because mobile is your last mile in your conversion funnel. You can spend as much money as you want in driving traffic. If your site is not optimized for mobile, or if you don't have a solution to accept in a simple way payment from mobile, your conversion is not going to happen. Hello? Is that working? Okay. So we see and we saw that mobile is becoming more and more important for remote payment. I want to buy something on the internet and I'm going to access it via a mobile phone. But mobile also is changing the way we do proximity payment. And here I'm not going to talk about NFC. I'm just going to show you use cases of what we have been doing with retailers using basic technology. A very basic technology available to everybody is QR code. And this is what we have been doing a few months ago in Singapore in the metro station. So basically, you go with your smartphone, you read the QR code, and basically you are going to be able to shop on the go. Something that we have been doing in different countries. You have big retailers like Carrefour testing that at the moment. But this is also the thing that we can do with the same technology. It's what we do in France with McDonald's. So believe it or not, McDonald's in France, big market, actually the second largest after the US. And McDonald's, they have some challenges, and they have 2 big ones. It's queue management. I want people to get in and to get out of my restaurant. And the second thing, I want to accept payment in a convenience way and potentially to reduce the cash. And basically what they released, it's an application called Go McDo, downloaded 2 million times, where basically you can pre-order. And the way it works is, so you go on this application, you are going to take the menu, you want to buy a Big Mac. Excuse me, can you? You are going to load your cart, and at one point, it's not working. At one point, you will have to make a payment, and here you can make your payment with PayPal. And basically, what is going to generate, it's a QR code that you are going to bring on your phone to the restaurant in order to pick up your order. It's great examples working for McDonald's. Now think about a use case around cash on delivery. You are a retailer, You are selling online, but you have a challenge. Majority of your people pay you with cash at delivery. It's good, but it's a bit expensive. You have return, long time to cash. You can do the same. There is nothing preventing you to propose this kind of flow to your customers. And basically, instead of asking them cash when you deliver the item, just to have them for a QR code or PIN code or SMS. Here, the technology is not really important. This is a use case. But there is even cooler use cases. And this is what we do with a company from Estonia called Earply. It's a company that basically allows you to check in a store, like you do with Foursquare or Facebook. And basically, as soon as you check in, you are going to pop up on the terminal of the store. And they are going to have information about you. How many times you came here, what you like, they are going to have a picture of you. So more engagement for the retailers that is going to have more information. And basically to pay, you will simply have to use your PayPal account. You don't have to swipe a card. You don't have to do anything complex. Commerce is changing, and mobile is changing the way we do commerce. Payment is not fun. Payment is not sexy. Commerce is cool, you know. You don't wake up in the morning to say, well, today I'm going to make a payment. Perhaps you wake up in the morning and say, well, I need to buy something. I need to sell something. And as PayPal, don't look at us as a card processor, as something where you are going to put some cash. We are just a wallet. And a wallet needs to be available anytime, anywhere, anywhere. You want to buy online with your desktop, use your PayPal wallet. You want to do the same purchase with your mobile phone, access your PayPal wallet. You want to do that at a point of sales, as we do in the US, do that with your PayPal wallet. So this is really the key. It's not anymore about payment. It's really about commerce. And in order to achieve this vision, we are doing a few things at PayPal. We build our own product, but also we buy companies. And last year, with eBay, we made acquisition for a couple of billions of dollars. Actually, companies here. For instance, a company called Magento, with a big office in Kiev. Magento is a shopping cart solution, but also smaller startups in geolocation, real-time inventory management. And the last thing that we do, we partner, like these Estonian companies that I showed before. And that's why we are here today at IDCEE, to present PayPal, but also to hear from you guys what kind of things you would like to do with PayPal. Thank you.